Hey guys, 𝐸⍴ here. I'm here today to talk about buying a pool route. Now, it's a very tempting thing to do, and I'm not against it by any means, but there's just a couple of tips and things to pay attention to when you are buying them, because it can be very expensive and it may not make the most sense. So let's get to the bottom of it. So with my history with buying pool accounts, obviously everyone's all excited and wants to get fired up and start doing pools. The problem is, in my area and several other areas like Arizona, California, they're all very saturated. So breaking into the market, it's tough to do on your own, waiting around for business to come organically. So what oftentimes a lot of people do, including myself, is buy a couple of pool accounts or an entire route. So when I was looking anywhere from $10,000 to $75,000, I think it was. I was looking at spending and buying a pool route because I wanted to be independent and get the business going, So looked around, and I actually ended up buying my accounts from someone off Craigslist. And I'm going to tell you right now, I would absolutely use that as a very last resort. And the reason why is, you don't know the person, and you're giving them a great deal of money, and you're not really sure what to look out for in the beginning as far as, hey, is this going to be a problem pool or anything like that. So you could very well buy a bunch of crap accounts, for lack of better words, and really get nowhere. Will it get you by? Sure, but you're not really sure what you're getting with a pay history. Do they pay on time? Do they pay late? Or anything like that off Craigslist. So I would advise heavily against that. Now, the other route is to buy, no pun intended, the other route is to buy some accounts or a route from a brokerage company. Basically what they do is they put these routes up for sale on their website and everything like that, and if you find one that pops up in your area that's appealing to you, you contact them and they sort of brokerage the deal. And the great thing about that is, they do have some pre-qualifications for selling the pools. They're not just going to, for the most part, take on all these crap pools, at least the gentleman I spoke to, which we'll talk about later. And there's also money held in escrow to protect you, the buyer, from, getting screwed. So, and oftentimes they will require the seller to warranty the pools for 3 months or 90 days. So that way, again, it protects you since you're putting in a lot of money. So that would be my way to go. There's a couple major pool route sale companies around. I don't have any experience buying pools from them, but I do have experience with one of the major ones, the Pool Pros, Rob Stellan's that company. And I've had experience with him because he's helped me. I went through his contractor licensing school, basically to get you ready for your contractor's exam, and so you become a pool contractor. So I have experience with him personally, and I have no hesitations recommending his pool route sale company because I know what type of guy he is, and he's awesome. So out of the major ones, I would probably recommend him. And so yeah, as far as that goes, that's really the basics for buying a pool route. Now, there's other things we could get into, such as buying outright versus financing. I bought my pools outright because I felt like it was foolish to finance that, because you're already buying the pools for the most part at 12 times a monthly rate, which means you're basically fronting the money you're going to be receiving from the clients for a year. So you're not really making any money for 12 to 15 months if you're to buy it outright after you buy all the chemicals, all the costs, the advertising, yada, yada, yada. Now, if you slap a finance charge on top of that, you're looking, I did it when I first started the math, and I mean, you're looking at 18 to 20 months before you can start actually making money that's not yours, So I would definitely guard against financing a pool route. I mean, I hate debt anyways, so I would never tell someone to go into debt for something I wouldn't say it's not a guaranteed thing. They could just maybe not like you for whatever reason and fire you, and the warranty's not going to cover those types of things. So you just have to make sure that you're protected. And I feel like taking on a $60,000 loan for that type of stuff doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, to get back to my experience with these accounts, I don't have any of the accounts I have that I had purchased originally, because they turned out just to be dump accounts. I mean, they were bad. Now, I won't say that it's impossible to have a good experience on Craigslist, because actually one of my good pool friends, or friends in general really, he sells accounts, you know, once a year, once every couple years or something, you know, just once he starts getting busy, you know. And he's a stand-up guy, but I know who he is, and the pools he hands over are good quality pools. Whereas the other guy, I didn't know him from a hole in the wall, the guy I bought the pools from, and it turned out to be a major headache and all that stuff. And going back, you know, I would probably take the time to grow organically, you know, maybe take another part-time job and grow organically, put money into advertising, because that way, you know, you're seeing the accounts that you're getting, and you're not financially invested in them, because once you buy the accounts, I mean, you're invested into them for a year, you know. Whereas if you do it organically, you're not invested in them, so you can walk away if they don't work out, you know. Whereas if you walk away from an account 6 months old, that from one that you bought, you're losing anywhere from $600 to $1,000 that you paid up front for that pool. So, you know, that's just a couple things to look at and consider when you're wanting to buy a pool route, because it's a serious transaction, and you got to make sure that, you know, if you are buying it, you're buying it from a reputable company that's going to back you up, because at the end of the day, that's what part of your money is going towards, is for some reassurance. So hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. So see you guys soon.